Hello everyone, what is up? Solidus Links. Ugh, that's a good way to start the video. Excuse me, getting my name messed up all the time. We were just talking about how I routinely messed up my videos back in my last Infinity mode playthrough by starting the video with the TV muted back in the old camcorder days. So, let's just go exit this room. Yeah, 420. Even Frank was happy about it.
Nice.
He was like, yeah, oh yeah. Break out the blunts. Yeah, I don't even know if people still use the word blunts. Do they still use blunts?
So blunt is basically like a cigar-ish sized joint that's actually rolled in a tobacco leaf. And that's what makes it a blunt.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
So there's an actual science behind it.
Yeah, they don't just... Yeah, okay, they do make up a lot of names for no reason. I'm not going to say they don't.
Yeah, no, I figured just because weed is now legal in Canada. Well, it's actually been legal for quite a while, but...
Like 6 months.
Yeah, 6 whole months. I was away for most of it when I was over in London doing my teacher work over there.
Where it's
So I got to
super
miss out on all the fun and all that sort of stuff that was happening when weed was legalized. We actually got 3 stores here, I think it is.
2 currently.
2 currently, and then 3 eventually.
Yeah, the 3rd's being constructed. I think it's
Showcasing
opening soon.
showcasing my expert driving skills here. So what we're going to be doing in this video to celebrate 420 in-game time is we are going to take out a survivor named, oh my gosh, Brett!
Do it.
It's you! You're in the game! Actually, no, you're not. It's just your name that's in the game. It's just a regular dude who decided to shack up, appropriately so,
Where is he?
in an area called the Hunting Shack. And I just realized it was pretty stupid of me to drive away from the steps when I was going toward that direction anyway with the truck. But anyways, that's fine. I was having fun talking about stuff. So we're going to go in here, and we're going to go after Brett, and we're going to kill him.
Where does Brett like to hang out?
He likes to hang out in the Hunting Shack. Oh, look, that's 42020. Oh, who was that? That must have been Brett, but where was he? That sounded like a shotgun. Do you hear that noise?
Yeah.
I don't know why. I heard it again. What the hell? Why am I hearing his shotgun blasts? Is there another guy in North Plaza? Anyways, we were talking about, what were we talking about behind the scenes here? I mean, we just talked about survivors that we're going to go after. We're talking about...
So Brett.
Oh, there's Brett!
Oh, he's getting some damage on him. Some decent damage on him.
Yeah, he's...
Do work zombies. Oh, one dropped his arm. That would have been a good leverage tool to beat him.
Well, see, he's got hunk of meat right there.
What
Oh,
happens
no,
if
wait,
you-
never mind. That guy snatched it.
Is that a singular bee right there?
That is a queen bee,
Oh,
yes.
it's a queen.
Yeah.
What happens? Would a queen hurt Brett?
Let's find out. I've never actually tested that. I've never actually thrown a physical jar at a survivor to see if it hurt them. Let's find out. I don't think that did
No,
anything.
I don't
No.
Oh,
It
yeah,
is
now he's just gonna focus you.
No good.
Oh, it even looks like an ass.
Alright. So, anyways, things to talk about.
Ass.
First thing I kind of want to talk about is we were talking about 90 shows in the previous video regarding things like Uh-Oh and a bunch of famous Canadian cartoons in the area, but I kind of want to talk about in a more broader sense, like in a more general, wider mass appeal type of thing. I am aware that he has dropped food. I will pick it up now so I don't forget. So, one of the things we talked about was Looney Tunes and how much fun we had watching those back in the day. I remember back when I was in junior high school, and I think a few years in elementary school as well, I always used to watch what was called the Bugs Bunny and Tweety Super Show or something like that. I'm going to have to look up the exact words for it, but it had like tons of different cartoons that were primarily centered on Bugs Bunny and Tweety. But they also had a few other characters here and there, like Pepe Le Pew and Daffy Duck and Daffy Duck. I got a French accent going on today. Daffy Duck, bunch of characters, and I loved watching Looney Tunes. Oh my goodness! And I was showing Brett my platinum collection that I have for my Looney Tunes that my brother got for me as a Christmas gift, and
The Bugs Bunny and Tweety Show from
Bugs Bunny and
86
Tweety Show
to 2000.
Yeah. Oh wow, it ran for that long. Okay.
Yeah, man.
So those are basically just reruns of those cartoons.
Yeah.
They were all like from the 50s and 60s. I remember watching them.
So the original releases of the original Bugs Bunny show went from 1960 all the way to September 2000.
Wow, that's crazy. Yeah, I always used to notice the dates of episodes.
Oh.
Whenever like they would have these like pre-title sequences, and then it would show
Naturally, that's how they would. That would be the tape, like showing you what.
Well, those are like the old-fashioned pre-title sequences. I'm talking about the one specifically for the Super Show. It would only go for like a quick few seconds or so, and then it would go straight into the next episode. And during those pre-title sequences, it would always have the year at the bottom when it was originally made.
Cool.
Because Mel Blanc, the original voice actor, who voiced Bugs Bunny and all those characters, and he actually voiced Woody Woodpecker as well, he died in 1989, so he wouldn't have been able to make any new voices for those characters after that point in time. So I just took a look at my guide in front of me. Well, look at these guys. They're playing bumper carts. Look at them.
So he was essentially every big character on the show except for Elmer Fudd.
Who voiced Elmer Fudd?
And a fellow radio personality, Arthur Bryan.
Oh yeah, that name sounds familiar.
Oh, but Blanc later voiced Fudd after Bryan passed.
Right. Okay. Yeah, they probably would have had someone else involved before Mel Blanc became full-time for Warner Brothers. So, as I was saying earlier, there's another survivor. Well, technically he's a survivor, but not really. He's actually a zombie of sorts. And there he is right there, Zombie Barnaby. He is here at Chris Lipp's Home Saloon up until the 5th hour. No, not 5th hour. Sorry, the 5th day. It doesn't take any effort to kill him because he's a zombie like all the others.
Wait, did you already kill him?
Yep, he's right there on the floor.
Oh, that's him.
Now, the thing to keep in mind is... Whoops. First of all, the thing is to keep in mind, do not do what I do and get bit constantly. Second of all, these zombie characters like Barnaby, and there's a couple more, I believe, they drop the same food items. In this case, Barnaby dropped an apple, but they also drop a rotten pizza and spoiled meat.
Oh.
And all of these food items, they heal the exact same health as the well-done steak, or no, not this one, sorry. They heal the same as an uncooked pizza, I believe, and then raw meat in this case, because they're not cooked. So obviously, there's some science involved with the health recovering process.
Yeah, science.
So, but the thing is, if you eat these, then naturally what happens is phone rings as soon as you eat them. Yeah, that's exactly what happens. No, what I was going to say... What I meant to say is that Frank is gonna have a bit of a cramp going on in his stomach. He's gonna have some slight nausea happening downstairs. So if you're going to eat the rotten food, obviously you want to do it away from this massive horde of zombies.
Wait, if you fall on them, can they ever grab you?
No.
In that situation?
No. Like, as long as you're in the air. See,
You're
like, that
immune.
zombie couldn't
Okay.
grab me since I was in the air. Now, they can still swipe at you.
Yeah.
It happens
okay.
quite a bit in Dead Rising 2, like the sequel as well, because I remember if I ever jumped between hordes, they would often, like, rawr, they would try to grab me, and then they would, like, swipe, and then I would take damage, and then I would stagger a bit when I hit the ground on the way down.
Ooh,
So yeah, Looney Tunes was a big part of my childhood growing up, based on the Tweety Show. I always called it that for short, the Tweety Show. And honestly, I never watched Disney cartoons that much. Like, as far as Mickey Mouse was concerned, anyway, because he was the whole flagship character for Disney, right?
Indeed.
I did watch like Disney shows growing up, like. What did I watch? Like the movies, like Fox and the Hound is a classic.
Oh yeah, well they made all the classic animated movies.
Yeah, I think as far as movies were concerned, I really loved Disney.
They dominated.
But as far as like the TV show, like Looney Tunes just was the creme de la creme for me. Like,
Agreed.
I adored Looney Tunes very much.
I'd like to watch it more now that I'm older and I'll get more themes and stuff.
Well, that's the thing about Looney Tunes. I find that they appeal to everybody, not just kids. Like, there's all sorts of humor in those.
My grandfather was recording it well before we were alive.
Really?
Like, oh yeah, it wasn't because of us he recorded it. He was doing it for himself.
Yeah. Yeah, like, I remember anytime I watched that show in the morning before I went to school, Dad would sometimes watch it with me, and he'd always be laughing at something silly that Foghorn Leghorn was saying. Boy, I say! Like that.
My father always thought he was the funniest, and I never really could get him, you know? I never really... But now he's great.
And he would always, like, insult characters. Like, whenever they were out of earshot, he would say something like, nice boy, but he's about as dumb as a box of rocks. And that would make my dad giggle quite a bit when he said something like that. So, and on that topic about animated shows like Disney and Looney Tunes and all that, there's also anime shows. I haven't really watched any new shows lately. As far as anime is concerned, I'm thinking about starting to watch a show called Sword Art Online. It's about these characters that get trapped in like
I've seen some of that.
Have you?
Yeah.
Is it any good?
It is. I guess I'll say that.
Well, I do know that it's about like these characters that get trapped or lost, I guess, in a video game. Trapped, okay. They get trapped in a video game world and they have to fight their way out of it. And they have a certain amount of lives, and if they lose all of them... One life?
Yes.
Really?
You die, you die.
Oh, dear.
Pretty sure. I'm almost positive.
That's no fun for anyone.
You can, like, maybe find a very, very rare item that, like, gives you another life, I think.
Oh, okay. Yeah, see, that's why I have to watch that show, because apparently it's so good that it got a sequel. Like, a sequel series. Literally called Sword Art Online 2.
No, so, like, that's how... So, like... The first one, they're in a game, and then this next, there's like a different saga, kind of, is a good way to put it. So they go into a different game.
Okay.
Like, there's an episode where it kind of like closes up what happened and stuff. Then it'll be like, now they're in this game. It's like, shocker.
Yeah.
The second one has guns. Actually, I think there's like an interlude one, but anyways.
I just remembered, there's one more survivor that we can go after. My English today is all over the place. After. We need to go after one more survivor, assuming that we're still in 420 mode. And that survivor is known as Lily. She is in Tucci's of Rome at the Paradise Plaza. Something else I think I can mention too, since I keep talking about other things other than Dead Rising. I think the convicts stay dead once you kill them. Because in story mode, in 72-hour mode, they always respawn after 24 hours after you kill them, which does not make any sense. But that's just how the game operates. But in this mode, Infinity Mode, I believe if you kill them once, then they stay dead forever, as nature intended. So there's that point to consider. But I honestly... based on how terrible you saw me in that video where I decided it was a good idea to take him on with nothing but a chainsaw, I honestly would not do that because it wastes too much health. And I know this game gives you more than enough food items to get through things anyway, but it's just too much of a risk.
Still good to exercise caution.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. Although the heavy machine gun is always fun to use, and it just absolutely... tanks.
That thing
survivors.
is unreal. I was amazed by it. I'm just like, OP.
Yeah, like one shot will take out like a survivor's health or something like that.
Does it have 100?
What's that?
Does it have 100 bullets when you get it?
Yes?
I think so.
Maybe? I don't know. I'll have to go back in video editing and see how much there actually was. So, Tucci's of Rome is here, I think. I usually have a good memory for these stores.
Yep.
Yes, here's Lily.
Get wrecked, Lily.
What sword did she have? Oh, it was a lead pipe. Okay. I thought she had a ceremonial sword, but I was like, no, that's Sean's weapon. So Lily will drop a melon. I'm going to eat it right away.
Oh, no.
And yeah, that's all the survivors that we can get for right now. I think they smell my rotten meat and they want a piece of it. Did I pick up that rotten meat actually? Because this is the well done steak.
I love they have to set stuff down to see what it is.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's gone. I think I left it and it's never gonna come back.
Oh yeah, it's gone forever, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah. No, that's fine. It's rotten meat anyway, it's no good. You know what? Since I have more than enough food items to get through Infinity Mode anyway, you can have that.
Whoa, that uses it up?
Well, yeah, I mean, once you toss something at another figure, enemy, whatever, it disappears. Like if it's not meant to be a weapon, apparently it's fragile enough to be destroyed, because I guess that happens to pizzas in real life. Just thinking. Just thinking.
FYI.
So, canned drinks. Let's have some fun with these. Another thing that I guess I kind of want to talk about. What were we talking about in the background before we started this video? It was something about... Oh my goodness. My memory's all frazzled right now. We're spending time...
That's a long time ago. That's 15 minutes. I love how they're all synced up.
Oh, I remember! The commercial. It was the...
Oh, the RoboCop.
So, shout out to Vinesauce, Joel specifically, and Vinny too. He's a good guy too, but I watch Joel quite a bit. And on his streams, whenever he takes a break from the games he's playing, or even just spontaneously in the middle of a game, he'll straight up pause and say, guys, because he has a Swedish accent, guys, I have to show you something. And then he starts talking a real serious voice. Guys, I have to show you something. And then he'll start giggling in the background because he can't contain himself when he's trying to show off the video he's going to show. And one of these videos was I thought it was a Japanese commercial for KFC, but it actually turned out to be Korean, based on the subtitles I saw in the video description and in the video itself. And it's literally RoboCop breaking into someone's home, and he sees a family eating out of a bucket of chicken, and he goes, "What the hell fried the chicken?"
Oh, what the hell fried the chicken?
First time I saw that, I just lost it. Like, I couldn't believe... Like, first of all, what blew me away was how deep the guy's voice was.
It's so deep.
And second of all, just the fact that they said, "What the hell, fried chicken?" I can't help but giggle every time I think of that phrase. That's going to be etched in my brain for as long as I live. Alright, one more. There. So, really, the rest of these videos are going to be me going from place to place, and then I'll tackle a certain number of survivors, and then once those survivors are dead, then I'm going to take a break and then eat food, and then once another set of survivors has respawned, or spawned I should say, depending on the time code, then I'll start going after those survivors, because that's really all there is to it. You're just going from one batch to the next depending on what time it is. So, I think we're going to call it off for here. We're going to wait for some time to pass before the next set of survivors spawns. So in the meantime, thanks for watching this video. Hope you enjoyed it. And as always, stay tuned for the next part.
Ja, men där